What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we are going to be going over none other than PPG's Momocon's top 16 list. It was a huge turnout, I heard, and I'm excited to go over it. Let's dive right into the video and talk about it. So first off, let's go over it. Congratulations to all the players that played in Momocon. This was a great turnout, I heard, and PPG blew it out of the park again. The top 16 breakdown is 5 Rapidmon hybrids, the blue-green Imperial Digimon at 3, purple-yellow Mastamon at 2, Armor Rush at 2, yellow War Greymon hybrid, we'll take a look at that, ancient blue hybrid, 1 red hybrid, and then none other than Beelzebub Star Control. So James did a really good job. Lewis also, Tyler, you know, all these great players definitely hit it out of the park. So let's look at some of the places real quick. So first off, we have the first place. So this list is kind of like stock. I wouldn't say much is different except for maybe the 2 Holy Flames, which even personally I started thinking and contemplating about. We got Patamons, Salamons, Rapidmons, Kazes, Zarafas, Jet Sylphie. We have TK Kari in this list, which isn't bad because depending on the matchup and how the game goes, sometimes really beneficial to get multiple memory, especially since it's a 4 cost. That means it's a little harder to kill with, let's say, Black War Greymon, because they can't just double kill like your double tamers, and you'll still gain some memory all in all. Eden's Javelin is basic. Got Wyvern's Breath, of course. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here. I mean, the Holy Wave is pretty much the unique thing, but we have Yellow Memory Boost as well to help search out what you need. So let's dive into the second place list, shall we? Next, we do have the Imperial Digimon list. So what you can see from the all in all, he's Shirumon, very interesting, the little teddy bear. We got 4 Demi-Vmons, the Hishirimon, just for the added DP, but I think just 4 Demi-Vmons would be fine. You have 3 Rapids, 4 Stingmons, 4 XVmons with jamming, Lobomon for games, so you can Digivolve on top of your hybrids, your tamers, 2 Mega Deaths, 3 Hammer Spark, Ice Wall, Hidden Potential Discover, and 1 Blue Memory Boost. It also has a few of the other Vmons as well. Top end is 1 Blitz Omni. Surprise to see the Chimeramon, which I wouldn't expect seeing, because he doesn't really help with XVmon. He can get you into things, and minusing board presence is really useful. Especially, I can see what is going on here, and minusing 3000 DP from a 12k down to a 9000, and then going into Imperial Digimon fighter mode might actually help remove board presence. So I kind of see where it's going. I think it's a unique situation. We'll have to see if that holds up in the other games, but all in all, I see a very solid list right here from Lewis. Good job, man. Next, we got third place. Let's break it down real quick. Similar stock list. I do not see anything out of the ordinary here. Similar to the last one, we have, draws. You have the, gain a memory. You have the Vmon that searches. You got Stingmon that comes in for cheaper. Lydramon, that's just basically a green and a blue target, so you can Jagras or DNA. XVmon jamming, because it gives inheritable jamming and it's just really threatening with the Pyildra. Lobomon's just 1. Dino Bees, same thing. Fighter modes and Dragon modes from the starter deck, just because that combo is ridiculous. Paladin mode, I think, is a win more card. You definitely probably would want Blitz Omni, probably. And this dude has 3 of the best Demi-Vmons. Hats off to you, brother. Blue Memory Booth, Ice Wall, Mega Deaths, Hidden Potentials, 4 Hammer Sparks, 3 Davis, and Davis and Ken. Not bad at all. I think that's pretty solid right there. Next, fourth place is none other than Yellow Hybrid yet again, but this is the War Greymon variant. So what makes it slightly different than most of the other lists is that the Yellow War Greymon seems to be more for the comboing, because you can take a source, add it to your hand, restand, and minus 6000 DP to something, especially if you just Rapidmon afterwards. that could kill a 10k very easily. So keep that in mind, that sometimes just some benefits. Definitely running the TK Kari again. No regular Kari, which is kind of surprising to me because I would think you would want to keep it your turn with Jet Sylphie. But, I mean, that's also another option. So it's very interesting. A lot of people tech in how they feel. Next, we do have the 5th place. 5th place, another yellow hybrid Rapidmon. Running 2 Bokomon, I see, which is out of the ordinary. Only 2 Eden's Javelin, which I think Eden's Javelin in this format, you want to go at least to 3, in my opinion. But hey, it'll work for you if it'll work for everybody else. This looks like max rarity as possible. So keep that in mind, that this is probably the max. Nope. Ophanimon Fall Down mode is not max rarity. So we got Susano at max. So this is pretty much Yellow Hybrid 2.0 max rarity. So not bad. The Rapids and the Ophanimon Fall Down mode low end. Understandable. Patamon's Champion, by the way. Salamons, Bokos. We really talked about most of this. Jet Sylphies, you know. Fun stuff is fun stuff is. And then we got the 6th place. Yet again, Yellow Hybrid taking the lead in the pace because Rapidmon's just so oppressive. Just being able to basically minus a board, suspend for the number of tamers, definitely pulls out the weight, and no stops on this train, I gotta say. Rapidmon just gaining that value town is huge, and I don't see any issues with this list. Very solid Eden's Javelin and Wyvern's Breath. You're just gonna see, this is kind of probably the stock list you're gonna see from now on. I don't see much change in variables except if it's in the top end. I really don't. Let's dive into the other half of this. So we've gone in to here. So we're going to go here. This is the blue hybrid deck list. This got, if I remember correctly, this is 7th place. So 7th place, not bad. We're going to return to deck building. Let's take a full look at this level sort. So it's kind of stock what you're going to expect. But because the format is like wanting to be shifting to that OTK style, we're going to see some more value town. We have like Kendo, who has jamming, which does help out against the yellow hybrid matchup because now you can swing in, and with the jamming, you're not having to worry too much about it. And what's really nice is that the jamming is for the full turn. So if you can climb up with Kendo on top of your Koji all the way into, let's say, Ancient Guru or Magna Guru, you could definitely extend your plays into a really interesting, so that now you have jamming and your swings are all protected against yellow hybrid. So I kind of see where they're going with this. You like have Shirabi for gaining a memory. This one searches for your Koji, and if it dies, congratulations, you get another Koji. Kendo, Bokos, Blue Memory Boost, Hammer Spark. Since we're not in a format where everybody is just hecking hate for everything, you're kind of in a good spot here, I gotta say. So it's not terrible, and it's not bad. I think this is pretty solid. Next, we do have Mastemon. So let's take a look. Mastemon's kind of generic here. We have Dead or Alive, which will help play Lucemon Chaos modes out of security to help pop things. Flame Hellscythes, Black Gato. Gatomon here, I mean. Regular Gato is huge because, again, being able to do things for cheaper with your Digivolving on Lady Devas and regular Lady Devas, Angemon, Magna Angemons. It just goes the 10 yards, it shows. There's no way in my mind this isn't a really solid list here. 3 Chaos Degradations, 4 Hellscythes, Unimon Zawarts, because if they hit insecurity, you can kill level 7s, which, whoa, that's huge. I think that's massive. And then we have Black Gato for that rush final push turn, Wizardmons, Salas, Lava, Gazes, Tapir, and then Terurimon. Just all in all, solid list. It looks like a full playset of Demimeras and 1 Nirimon. Then we have the Armor Rush deck, which is surprising to me because, yes, I get it. Everybody's hyped about it, but I don't think this is always going to do well. Depends on the format, depends on what you're facing. Yellow just has a lot of choke points. Mastemon's a really strong deck. Its counterpart, just, I feel like the deck doesn't always have that magic top end you want. But, I mean, armor texture with Flame Rocket just could instantly just go from 1 to B. If you could just get 1 Flame Rocket, be able to swing twice, can really do some massive damage. Then you have Pyildramon, Chimera, Ice Wall, Hammer Spark, Giga Death. You know, just all the great stuff. There's really no... Actually, rewind here. Why the heck Giga Death? So, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then place up to 10 of your opponent's suspended Digimon at the bottom of the deck in any order. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then return... I don't understand why Giga Death. You want Mega Death. Mega Death is just a lot better. I think this could have been a little typo. This is supposed to probably Mega Death. I don't think Giga Death, because playing a 9 cost in this deck would just kill you. But outside of that, you got Chimera, Paladin, Hyldra, you know, Davis and Ken gaining that extra memory. As long as you even have, you know, 2... If you just have Lydramon out, you instantly gain a couple. But this is huge because this can make Chimeramon a minus 4,000 DP on its own accord, which I'm all for that. I mean, you can almost go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors minusing DP. That could be huge. But outside of that, just stock generic Demon support. Here is our another Mastemon list. Another Chaos Dead or Alive. Purple Memory Boost. Reinforced Memory Boost. Chaos Degradation. Flame Hellscythe. Demimeras. Lava. Lady Devas. 3 Lucemon Chaos Mode. I think that's a little too much. I think you want like 4 of these. But 3 is good of her as well. Got Mastemon. Zawart Defeat. Just all the stuff you're just going to make your opponent hate you at the end of the game. Gazes. Just all in all, just crazy. I hate this format kind of style of cards. Next, let's get into what would be the 11th place list here. So let's break it down. It's Imperial Dramon. Both Mega Death and Giga Death. Really interesting. I get that being able to, when they're swinging into your stuff, can really help to have nice solid removal, especially depending on the game state and everything like that. So a good solid removal hit does help out because there's not a lot of stuff that just says screw security options. So that can play huge. So I see Vmons galore, you know, Lydramon, Stingmon, XVmon. You're just going to see this. Chimeramon's like the only thing I'm always iffy on because Chimeramon is great, especially if it can minus boards and then you just go into fighter mode. But it's like that weird love-hate relationship I would feel like you're having in this deck. But outside of that, I think it's pretty solid. Very stock list. You know, Imperial Dramon, Dragon modes. I think this is a little too much. You could definitely play a Blitz Omni or something in this, but that's just me. Hidden Potential Discover, Ice Walls. No Hammer Sparks is like the big WTF I'm like having here. Because why is there no Hammer Sparks? But we'll just have to just give credit where credit's due. That's just solid playing here. Next, we do have Yellow Hybrid with a Yellow War Greymon on top of it. Really solid here. Patamon, Salamons, Kazes, Zephyrs, TK, Zoe, Cody, 3 Wyvern's Breath, 4 Eden's Javelin, Yellow Memory Boost at a full play set, Reinforce at 1, Jet Sylphie, Rapidmon, you know, all just nasty stuff you don't want to see. Just keep this in mind. This is just really powerful deck. It is going to be the deck to beat this format. Next, we do have another Armor Rush deck. So, really interesting to see that Armor Rush is starting to pick up some steam. So that means there's some decent value to have. Armor Texture, Flame Rocket is all that good stuff. Definitely having the Jagras top end really does help out. Mega Death to help balance things out. You have the Vmons for searching, jamming Vmon because why not? Especially if you combo it, let's say, with a Flame Dramon after you do a Fire Rocket. Then the Flame Dramon could die in security check. But because jamming Vmon still can swing in and not die, you can still apply more checks. So that's kind of huge right there. So that's kind of what you're dealing with in Chimeramon for board control. So So not bad at all. And then here's the deck I really wanted to take a look at and break down. So you got Miss Memory Boost, which basically adds a card in your hand by milling the top cards of your deck. So that's not bad. It helps fuel your options. No blue, by the way. So we got Jack Raid, Darkness Filer. This card comes in the starter deck. Let me just take a look for it. I know I've seen it, so I just don't remember what it does. Darkness Wave. Sorry. Trash 3 cards from your deck. Then, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, return a yellow or purple Digimon from your trash without to your hand. It's just basically there for milling. Just the turbo your Beelzestar stuff. So that's kind of all that purpose is there for. So I kind of get behind it. Labramon, Eismon Scatter Mode just for that draw mill stuff. Fly Bullet, Kaiser Nailbone, you know, just spamming out your Ginkamon promotes here. Jack Raid, you know, Raid Memory Boost to add a purple card back to your hand. Falling from Darkness, Zwart's Lazinger, Happy Fly Bullet, just all the nasty littleness of this deck. And seeing Suzanomon at 2 is huge. I would not expect this list to ever play it, but I mean, it gives you a target for your Beelzestar, I mean, so you can Digivolve on top of it and instantly just pop something after you blow it up with the on play, and then your opponent has to answer Suzanomon right away. So that means you could instantly kill like 2 big Digimon that your opponent has, and then they have to answer your Beelzestar. So I kind of get where it's coming from. The milling helps turbo this deck, so it's turbo Beelzestar, I would say. Not bad. And then let's dive into the 15th place, and we're almost done, boys and girls. So the reason why I think this deck is doing quite well, besides having, you know, Crimson Blaze, Atomic Infernos, you know, Aldermons, Crimson Blaze definitely helps out with the fact that we are having small issues. And that is that if they can spam out stuff, we have to worry about it. But being able to negate anything that can spam out from security trash or anything like that does help out. So negating a turn like that against like Mastamon is huge, and that can lead to W wins. The reason why this deck also does extremely well is because Yellow Hybrid is the go-to deck to beat. So being able to stack up nine security checks in one go can really lead to a very powerful push turn. And the reason why I say this is because there might not be a lot of power behind these swings, but if this thing survives the push turn, you are winning that turn, basically. You cleared out everything, and then if it even died, you can just go into Emperor Greymon and just clear out the rest. You have a Takuya out. It's just a lot of value town in this deck, and just keep that in mind. This deck is not going anywhere anytime soon. Just a good counter, because also the Aldermon here has the option shutting off ability, so that can definitely help you out. And then final deck of the lineup is Yellow Hybrid. So let's take a dive in here. So, you know, same good stuff. There's really nothing changed out of the ordinary here. Got Salas, Patas, you know, Wyvern's Breath, you know, all the good cheeky stuff. And it just has good removal, especially since you only have to hit certain thresholds, especially against Imperial Dramon. One hit and against Eden's Javelin, as long as you have 6 or 7 cards, I think that's all you need. Let me double check this. Nope, you need 7 cards in hand, and then an Eden's Javelin security instantly just kills that Pyeldra. So, I mean, it's got a lot of power behind it. It's got a lot of potential. It's a deck that does possibly tie a lot, just because in the mirror match, you guys are just slow crawl, trying to do the same thing, and one needs one to respawn, and whoever caves first and gives too much kind of loses. It's just a weird back and forth situation, and it's just, you're not going to be decking out in that matchup. So guys, what did you think of this video? Let me know down in the comments. Are you excited for IRL events coming up? We have so many regionals to cover, and hopefully your Memorial Day was great, and I'll catch you next video. Peace!